Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Let's see, a bunch of some people in here. Let's see. Let me go. For some reason I cannot see. There we go. Joe, Cobus, Ron, Andy. Who else? ET's here. Ron Dawson, how you doing? Tommy J, glad you can make it. Going Gray. Grace, how are you? Jake, of course. Douglas, good to see you this morning. I think I got everybody tonight. ABC123, good morning. That's it. And there was I think it was a Brandon or something. It showed when I first looked at it this morning that was a new subscriber and a member. So if you jump back in, hello, how you doing? Thanks for subscribing and thanks for becoming a member. I'm still trying to figure out, but I think I'm going to do is we're going to do maybe a members type thing live stream just to do something. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out stuff to do. Otherwise, I'm just gonna, not do it. And Johnny, did I miss? I missed Johnny. Johnny, if you're still here, good morning to you. Yesterday, I finished up. We moved the fish. I did a little short on it. I also just finished editing right before this. Finished editing the move. It's like a 15-20 minute video of moving the filters, the fish, everything, all the way till the day after. Everything went good. Didn't lose anybody. Had one fish that had a little minor bleeding from the gills, but that sometimes is associated to stress. So it was all right. I was happy with everything. So I did that. I did do the video, and I want to thank everybody for watching the traditional Thai dance. I basically did that for my for our daughter. We did that just to thank her and her friends, and a lot of people must have been interested because I think it's gotten, I don't know, 175, 180 views. I thought maybe it'd get 20, but anyway, thanks for watching it. I don't know what I did, but I made my comment deal on this big now, so it's cutting out half my chat, but I'll try to keep up. I don't know what I did. I must have pressed some button somewhere. Let's see. They also, yesterday, they built a stand out of block right outside the Thai kitchen for the washing machine, and we'll get a cover to cover over it because it's actually out from, we've decided to enclose the, me and my wife talked about it yesterday, and we drew up plans for it and enclosed the Thai kitchen. We had thought about it before, and now with rain and everything else, we're going to go ahead and, not airtight, but we're going to close it. And I think it'll be easier. My mother-in-law will be out there cooking, and my wife too. So they'll have they'll be able to do that. So I got that, but he built that. He'll do tile. This morning he ran the water line for the washing machine. I have the electrician run the electrical. He's got a lot of electrical work to do. I've got 4 outdoor waterproof receptacles. Each have 2 in each one. Out by the temporary koi pond. That'll be the covered like tiki area or whatever, bar area, table, barbecue, outdoor area, and a box to mount for the controllers for the pumps. They're on a variable frequency. I can run them up or down. They're DC. variables. So, but everything worked out good. You can watch the video. I'll probably put it up after this live stream. And I shot the traditional Thai is all in 4K, and I shot the koi move in 4K. And this computer, I think, did a fine job. I have to ask James if he drops in, or if any. Hey, TNW, living in Udon. We're going to head that way. I'll go into that in a minute too. See, but it was a 21-minute video, the traditional Thai. It wasn't much to edit. It took me maybe 45 minutes to edit, but it spun up quick and got the 4K into my editor. And then it took about 30 minutes to load into the computer, and then it took 40 minutes to upload it onto YouTube. So I'm happy with the performance so far, unless James says that's slower than shit or something, but or Chris or somebody, if Chris comes in. But I'm happy with it. Like I said, I finished it up. It works for me. I don't think I'm going to have to go with 32 on the RAM, although I might. I don't know. Hey, John, how you doing? The Thai dancers were cool already. Thanks. Yeah, like I said, I basically did that just to say thanks to her and her friend, because that was like a real special gift as far as me and my wife were concerned. She orchestrated that all. She got her teacher here, an old teacher that had the costumes, borrowed that, had her 5 friends come. A couple of them were musicians. The other were Thai dancers. You saw them in the dance that she goes to school with and has been with for quite a while, actually. And they all came here. They all stayed in our house. They stayed here while we were at the old house. And I just wanted them to do it. And I'm glad that people enjoyed it. I like it. I think it's kind of cool. But what I was going to say when I saw TNW, I just found out there's a place that I guess I have a friend that's in, or me and my wife both have a friend that lives in Udon. And we've been trying to get there since we've been here 2 years, and they haven't been able to come here, and we haven't made it there. But she just informed me that on the 4th, TOT is putting on a seminar, and she wanted to know if I wanted to go, and we could go there for the seminars on Saturday morning. We stay Friday night, then we can take off after the seminar on Saturday and go to Udon and visit them for Saturday and Sunday, and then come back. We're going to drive. So I've never been to Udon, so it'll be interesting to see. If I'm missing questions, I'm going to go. Hey, Craig, how you doing? Dave, the food looked delicious at the way. It was really good. ABC, it was phenomenal. That steak, and like I said, that's a place. A couple of my videos I've done on going and eating there, and I think the fish is like 69 baht. The chicken, no, 59 baht or something like that for the fish. 69 baht for the chicken. 79 baht for the pork steak, and I think it's 89 baht for the Thai steak beef, and the Thai beef that he has is excuse me, is really really good. I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised. So we've been going there. We kind of became friends with him, and me and my wife decided we had already paid the 1,400 baht per table for the actual meal, and then the aunts and the family prepared the one in the morning for everybody. And then we had him come in, and we paid for the salmon that you saw in Chuck's video. It was actually better. He had a nice close-up of it. It was awesome. Spicy. It's really, really good. One of those for each table, 20 of those, and then 20 pork steaks. And then what we did, we bought 100 little tickets, 100 pork steak dinners, and we handed those out to people that wanted them. And it was the hit of the wedding. Everybody, there was a line to that thing for 2 hours. People were going up there and coming over and asking for tickets. And we still ended up with like 1,000 baht worth of credit to go there and eat. We haven't went yet, but it was excellent. The food was really good. My wife did a phenomenal job, man. She handled everything. I can't take credit for crap. I did nothing but sit on my big white butt and watched her run around, and her friends from TOT were top notch, helping her move and getting things ready. And it helped that she had just done the TOT New Year's party, and it was the same guy. Well, they didn't have the dancers. I think I said that before in the live stream, which I liked. It was kind of cool, but I wasn't expecting that at all. Dave, let me get that down. Craig's saying, Dave, is that a new camera? Your field of view is off. Yeah, it's actually it's the camera in this new MSI, the computer that I got though, so I could do 4K, and I'm perfectly happy with it. It's only 720, but it looks pretty clear, right? I kind of like the blurred background. That's part of StreamYard's deal. I have that in my things. I don't have a green screen set up yet. But yeah, it's a new camera, but it's the one and like I said before, when I was looking at the reviews of this thing, most every other laptop said as normal, the camera, the camera in the laptop's crap. And but in this one they said, it's not the greatest thing on the earth, but it is acceptable. And they had good things to say about this camera, which I think they're right, and you're seeing it, so it must be. Plus, we don't want this too clear, right? Hey, David, how you doing? Carl, travel dude, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, wish you a great day. Enjoy, stay happy. Yeah, it was a good day yesterday. He's coming today. That's why I kind of did this early. I did this early because I don't like stepping on people that I know. And Dana ID Studios he does live streams at 9:00 on Wednesdays. So I said, what the heck? I'm up at 5:00 in the morning. I was up at 5:30 this morning. So I said, I'll just try doing it 7:30 to 9, and then he can do his own. Plus, I've got the brother that's doing going to tile up and did the little platform for the washer to sit on. He's going to come. We're going to design the Thai kitchen. He's going to put together how much block we need and all that kind of stuff, and get it all ordered up and and go from there. Then there'll be 3 guys working on that. I was going to do the plunge pool first, then the pond, then the Thai kitchen. But my wife informed me that her mother has no place to cook because she's not cooking in this kitchen. So I got to do that first. Yeah, it's interesting. I'll show you right now. Let's see. Here's the regular. That's the regular. And then they have virtual too, which it doesn't look all that great. And it's not even, there it is. See how I'm kind of ghostly, but I really like the blur. I think it works good. I agree. Mark, how you doing? Good morning. Hey, how's the sound? Is the sound okay? Hey, Ron, early 8:45 here. Yeah, it's that's true. A little bit earlier helps, right? So I don't know. I think it's a decent time. I think people are used to the 8:30 normally when I start, but I know that there's, it's a hard for like Nikki in the UK and stuff like that for them to see it, but that we'll deal with we'll have to do with what we have. That virtual will look better with the green. Yeah, it has a green screen setting on it too, so that I could click, and that's what I've used in the past, and I still have it, but I haven't. I decided to use the alcove upstairs as the little studio I'm going to put together. Thanks, Ron, for the sound check. Sound is quadraphonic. Thanks, DNW. But I haven't set it up yet. I mean, it's like I thought it was going to be like I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, nothing goes really quick. But we got everything over here, but the yard was full of stuff and the house is in disarray, and and then the youngest went back and my mother-in-law left, and she'll be back tomorrow, and she's kind of like the driving force of moving everything, cracking the whip. So she's gone. So it's just going to take a while. And my wife she wanted to work, and she was going to take off today and tomorrow. But she said her boss asked her to work Monday and Tuesday. And I said, good, because originally she was going to take off Monday and Tuesday. I said, that's no problem. Because like I said, you got to realize that these people at the work, my wife's been there for 20 years. They're her family. They're just as much her family as her mother and father. So, so she said that. And then I told her, I said, it really doesn't matter. We've already paid for the whole month at the old place. So we can leave whatever we want and cleaning it and getting all the final crap out of there. And here the same way. So why don't we just wait until Saturday and just take off your normal, excuse me, I got an itch, the normal time off and do it then. So that's when I'll probably set up the set up my little area, and I'll have a green screen again. And I'm going to try to set up the desk a little bit different where it makes it a little bit more comfortable for me. Maybe a new chair too. Let's see. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Going back and scrolling back a little bit. Like I said, if I missed something, put it up. There was another, hey, Al, how you doing? I wanted to let everybody know because I'm just learning this YouTube thing, so now I can go into the studio and stuff, and I didn't know that I can actually look and see. I can look just at comments that I didn't answer, because I try to answer everybody, even if it's thank you or whatever. I try to answer everybody, which I know eventually, if the channel grows, that it's going to be probably darn near impossible to do. But for now, I've got the time and I want to do it. So I didn't know that was there, and I looked at one that I answered that was like from 3 weeks ago. So if I do not answer you, it's not because I go, oh, I don't want to answer this person. It's because I didn't see it. But now I know that it's there, so I can go on my laptop and look at that and see which ones I've answered and which ones I haven't, which makes it nice. But there's everything in there. I'm just, like I said, I'm just now starting to learn how it all works, But yeah, so that's the way it's going to be. Hopefully we can get I'm going to shoot to try to be done with the Thai kitchen by the middle of next month, about a month from now. And then that's when I'll start on the plunge pool. And that'll probably take about a month or so. And then I'll start on the pond, will be last. And that's going to be kind of hard because during the rainy season, unless I get I don't want a full cover over the thing. I want a pergola. In fact, I was talking to Mark about that because he put one next to his house and put that, and then put shade cloth over the top of it, because it's good for the koi to get a little bit of sunlight, not necessarily direct Thai sunlight, but it's good for their color. It's good for their health. It's good for everything. Like I said, it's a lot easier raising koi here in Thailand. I don't want to give anybody the wrong. It's still a little bit challenging. The best thing that I could say is if you watch the water, and the fish will be okay. But like I explained before, and even in California, we had winters where I was at that was close to zero, or whatever. It was cold, and they can live all the way down as long as the pond doesn't completely freeze over. In fact, in some areas of the United States, they have a little floating disc that is heated that keeps a hole in the ice, and as long as it's not frozen solid, they'll live through the winter. But it's really hard on them, and it's hard when they come out of that, because it's weird. Bad bacteria actually multiplies quicker than the good bacteria that you need for the filtration and for everything. And if they have a little cut on them or something like that, it could get infected, and it's just a lot more intense. Here, it's a lot easier. Hey, is Jam here? Did I miss you, Jam? Hey, Jam, how you doing? Hey, Tom's here. How you doing? Joe's here. Did I say hi to Joe? Hey, Carl Trevor. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. My wife will be happy for the money. She's still looking forward to it. And like I said, we're gonna take. But I still haven't done it's been monetized, but the AdSense deal, I still haven't figured out how to get her account attached to it. I never opened mine, so I'll do that, and then we'll film a little bit of that, just so that you know where someone's going. I know most of you don't care, but I like to do it. My wife wants to do it too. So everybody's just saying hello. And so anyway, so we'll get all that stuff done. It's going to be, like I said, I'm thinking about putting a glass window. If you've seen any of the koi ponds and the stuff going now, a lot of them are putting glass, because this is going to be a meter below grade and a meter above. And then we're going to put a window in that's probably about 1.5 meters long, and pretty much the whole meter, up, maybe a little bit less than 1 meter above. And if you're sitting in that area that is eventually where the temporary pond is now, and it's going to be covered in a table and maybe a little bar area or whatever, barbecue, we'll be able to look into it. So it would be kind of neat. And it's not really, really bad. The glass has to be yay thick, but there's a glass place here, and it's not terribly, terribly expensive, but thinking that would be a good little add to it. But that's going to take probably 2 months to build that pond the way I want to. But they've been inside this above ground thing for close to 2 years. And is it ideal? No, but they're happy. When you watch the video, even because I finished it up in the morning the next day, and they're ready to eat. And I didn't feed them because I didn't want to generate. Oh, my wife is giving me rice soup for breakfast. We have anything to drink? Oh, we don't have any ice, do we? Baby, will you have me a water? Thanks. I don't want to overfeed them. And I say it in the video. I've stopped water flowing through my filters for over 12 hours and still had the bacteria active once I started up, because I treat with potassium permanganate every once in a while just to treat any kind of sores or anything. Some people like it, some people don't. I happen to like it. And never had any problem. But these were down for about 8 hours. And usually I leave them floating in water. Sometimes I'll put air to them. So I tested the water. The water seems to be okay. So I'll check it again today. But they all look good. If you watch the video, you'll see it. Hey Gary, how you doing? Glad you can make it by. Hi Dave's wife. Hey, how you doing, Joe? Hello to Richard's mom. Yeah, hello Richard. I have to take my medication. I'm gonna have my wife open this because she likes me. Good morning, dear. Thank you. So anyway, but the video I think turned out pretty good. It's not trying to do a little bit more content stuff. Some people like that. I'm going to do some stuff on the Forza. Believe it or not, that's like, it's got 10,000 views. That Forza view on all the extras that I put on it, and a lot of people watching it, and some people watching this too. So I might do some more on that. I'd still like to do that camping thing, but I haven't decided to cut loose with the 10,000 baht that I need to get the tent, the sleeping bag, and other little knickknacks. I have half of the equipment, over half of the stuff that I need, but I'm still planning on it. We'll see what happens. Have a certain. Oh, you're going. Okay, Mark. Have a great day. Do you feed them crayons for the color? No, but the food that I do feed them is color enhancing food. It's good for their color, and I don't do it because of what they mark on there. I go off of what percentages of protein and stuff is actually in the food, and the food that I feed is really high quality, and I suggest that to anybody. Don't feed them crap food. The food that most people feed them is like stuff for the tilapia and stuff like that. It's just not good. Can you get the missus to go on? No, she's still in her pajamas. She's getting ready to go. What time? She usually leaves it right before I start the streams, normally like at 8:30. And then, but yeah, she's not ready yet. But I did talk her into coming on, because I got to put together the final video for the house on total cost. Everything, all the extras, all that kind of stuff. Like I said before, in what I've seen so far, it's going to be right around 2.8, something like that, without the pool and the pond, and the Thai kitchen is extra too. But for the basic, everything that you see is what you get, is going to be right around 2.8, and that doesn't include the land. Now, the land, of course, my wife owned, and she only paid 200,000 baht for it. So we got quite a deal. They're selling for between 7 and 1 million, because we just found out I'm going this way, the lot next to us that we wanted to get, the one where we actually had the party, was there was somebody walking in there, and my wife went out there, and it was actually the man that owned it and his father, and they actually own the two back to back, from front to back. So if you're looking at our lot going all the way back to the house behind, next to us, it's 2 lots. And he only wants, it's reasonable, 700,000. And that's what he's asking. So I'm sure it's negotiable. 700,000 for each one, but he wants to sell them. He doesn't want to sell one. He wants to sell both of them. So it's 1.4. But I imagine you could probably buy it for 1.2, maybe 600 each. But that's out of my reach right now, so we'll have to see what happens. But I'd like to get it. It would be nice to have. Greatest level. Let's see. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Oh, is Black Sheep here? Going great. When you said the glass would be above grade and below grade, what does that mean? About what I've got is the pond's going to actually be from the ground level. It's going to go down a meter, and then it's going to come up above the grade a meter, and that's where the window will be, where it's above the grade, so you can actually kind of look into it. No crayons. Still didn't see Black Sheep. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Morning, all. Okay. Good morning to you. And I still haven't gotten the information. He's been kind enough to want to draw everything 3D for me, and it's awesome stuff. I've just been every which way. So, Andy Stubbs nearly here. Yeah, that's right. Andy's close, and Gator's saying goodbye and or saying hello, and Tom's saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. And yeah, 2 weeks from today. Wow, very cool. I'm looking forward to that. Let me know when you're gonna be in Pattaya or John Tiem. Let's see, Jam Gator saying hi to everybody, and Dip Media. How you doing? I gotten some stuff I know from you. Comments. Hello, Dave. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Glad you can make it this morning. So anyway, that's the basic gist for today. We do have to go over, and the waterfall little deal that we bought in Korat is still at the house. It's very heavy. We'll probably move that on Saturday. My father-in-law went there yesterday and loaded up all the crap, because I still got one little filter I want to put on the koi pond and some other stuff, and he go put all that stuff in the back of the truck. I'm actually going to throw out the other pond. It had a bunch of holes in it, but my father-in-law wants it. God knows why, but he can have whatever he wants. I don't care. But it's got pumps and filter stuff and filter media and stuff like that. So I got to go through that as soon as I get done with the stream today. But I'm really happy the way everything turned out on the move. But as you see in the video, I started with the fish in the back of the truck in the I think it's the IBC container or whatever that we moved them in. And of course, I say I didn't film the actual getting them and netting them out of the other ones because I forgot my camera. I got to learn. I'm not a good vlogger, but I need to start thinking. Hey, Randy, good morning to you. Randy saying hello, ET saying hello to everybody. That's what I like about this channel. Everybody is in tune with everybody else. It's awesome, and we keep on growing. Right now, we're getting like 100. I think it's 117 subs in the last 28 days. It goes at 28 days deal. We had like 1,700 new viewers in a 2-day period. Because I'm starting to learn how to read the things. I'm not that good. Hey, Chris, morning. How you doing? Did you hear me talking earlier about I did that 4K video of my daughter's Thai dance? It didn't take me any time to edit it. It loaded up in the computer. I was happy. And I edited it in under an hour. And then I downloaded it onto the computer. It took a 21-minute 4K video. It took me 30 minutes. And then it took me 40 minutes to upload it to YouTube. So I'm happy, but I don't know if that's good or not. Chris will know. But everybody's saying good morning and hi to everybody. So yeah, I was happy with that. I'm really happy with the computer. I've gotten what I want. That's all I wanted really was the computer. So my wife was gracious enough to okay me to buy this instead of buying 30,000 baht worth of something for the house, right? And when Brock's here, hey Brock, how you doing? Good morning. He said I saw something you said earlier. It's going to be hotter than the hubs of hell, I hear, in where you're at in Australia. Yeah, so sorry, hi to all, having internet connection issues. No worries. So that's the gist of the day. So today, hopefully, we'll get the block deal that he made to get the washing machine off the ground. Maybe we'll go to Thai Wazadu and get a little cover. They make these little deals that just secure to the wall that actually keep the rain off the washing machine, and have a place where somebody could stand and not get soaking wet if it's raining outside. get that, and then I don't know where he's going to order the block and stuff from to start the Thai kitchen, because we got to build the. We're going to make just a regular Thai type thing, sink, and then I'm going to actually put a little drop. Let me see, a little drop down for the 2-burner, and right next to the 2-burner is a regular American 3-burner with an oven that we bought. Put that next to that, so the counter is going to end, and then that stove will just slide in. The other side, she's got a big wood storage thing. The refrigerator will be there. Blah blah blah, that kind of stuff, because we got electrical on that wall. And the only thing I got to figure out is how to get rid of the water from the sink, and then he'll build all that out of concrete and block. So, and Chris is saying hi to everybody. It's 49 here. I'm cold. Fahrenheit. Wow. The best picture from one. Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable, right? A little too good for my liking. It's a little too clear. It's bad enough I got to look at myself. And Black Sheep says it's pissing rain in Sydney. What's the difference in? Hey, TT, how you doing? What's the difference, Black Sheep and Brock, between the temperature in Sydney and the temperature where Brock's at? It's drastic, right? I mean, it's a big difference, I think. Never saw any money tree. You know what they had was, and if you look at, I think in my video, did I show it, or did Chuck show it? Chuck actually came over in his video. They tied a bunch of these deals around, and then they gave money with each one of them, and then they gave envelopes to my wife, or to us, I guess. It's my wife's money, but 4,000 kilometer difference, yeah, and a big, as far as the degrees, right? 20 degrees difference. Wow, 20 degrees Sydney. And what are you, Brock? Were you over 30, right, already this morning or something? I think. But yeah, so I that's still on my bucket list. That's one of the places I want to go, is Australia. I definitely want to go there. And I saw some of the stuff. Gold Coast looked pretty awesome. I don't know what it's like where Brock is. Sydney is where most all my family is. I think I've got probably 150 relatives of some sort, cousins, great uncles, and the aunts, and that kind of stuff there. Because, like I had said, when our family left Italy, they went. Look at how clear that gets. Oh, it's in the blur. It's amazing. It's pretty good. Half of them went to Australia and half of them went to New York and came into the United States. So I've got a lot of people there. Sure got them both beat 26 Celsius right now. That's what Al's saying. Cool. I saw the strings. Yeah, that was what I don't know. I have seen. That's basically the same thing as a money tree, right? I'm thinking. I don't know. I'll have to ask my wife, but she did get a bunch of money from that. Of course, I didn't see any of that. That seemed to disappear. Although I got my computer, I'm not complaining. I'm really happy to have this computer. And like I said, Chris, did you answer? Does that sound like that's pretty good speed in that 21-minute 4K video to upload to the computer in 30 minutes, basically, to put into a folder to transfer to YouTube? And then on the upload, it all depends on what my stuff is. It wasn't really the greatest. Now she's transferred the other Wi-Fi to here. Here it's, what do you call it? 200 up, 200 down, or 250 up, 300 up, 300 down. Anyway, it's pretty fast. So I don't know. I don't know if I was on that or not when I downloaded it. I probably was, because I think it was 40 minutes. 40 minutes to upload the 21-minute 4K video to YouTube. But to do it in the computer, I didn't have any problems editing. So I was happy with that. Minus 26. Yeah, yeah, that's not good. I couldn't. I'm done with cold weather. I mean, I'm going to die in Thailand. So, I like the humidity you kind of get used to. It's kind of tough. But, I mean, to be able to go swimming in Christmas and New Year's and go to the beach here, I mean, it's nice. It's nice. With breakfast to get in the house, it's easy. Just don't tell lies on your visa application and declare any food you have. Yeah. I mean, let's see what you say. We had 14 inch. Oh, wow. It's cute, Thailand. I don't blame you. I would too. Like I said, man, I'm still a firm believer because I get shit about telling people to come to Thailand, but it's up to you. You know the risks. I think that most people know the risks coming here, but it's the percentages are really low. Now, if you got your whole family, if it was me, maybe I wouldn't. But if I was a single guy, I'd come here for a 2-week vacation in Phuket. If I was definitely moving here or coming here for 3 to 6 months to check out retirement, it's a no-brainer for me. I'd already been in wherever I need to go. I would go through the sandbox because I like Phuket. Whether you've been there or not, I like it. But so I'm still standing on that, even though I heard this morning that they closing down Pattaya, Tree Town, and some other stuff for 3 days or something. I don't know what that's supposed to do. Maybe that's supposed to make everybody go, I don't know, stay at home with the cold. I mean, it's a freaking cold now. It's not even the flu. So I don't know. I'd like to see what this new variant is. And like I said, I don't think they ought to be posting how many people have gotten it anymore, just how many people have passed and their ages. I'd like to see that. Like 10 people have passed away in Thailand from COVID. They were all over 123 years old. God bless their souls. I know I'm a little sarcastic, but I'd like to know their age, their health condition, and how many people have passed away. In Thailand is what I'm concerned with. Whatever anybody else wants to do around the world, that's up to them. But I think it ought to be treated like a flu, I guess, a mild flu now. When it was taking a bunch of lives, then yeah, but now, and like I said, I still don't know. I don't believe anything people say about how many people did they have COVID when they died. I believe that maybe 90% of what they say, 80%. But that what were the underlying conditions? That's the main thing for me. Anyway, hey Mark, how you doing? Let's see what you say. You got a little Wi-Fi, a real nice place. When someone asked me how it was there, I would always say it was so bad. I'm not going to go back there. Yeah, I definitely am with you. I mean, am I the person I should be going? Don't come to Thailand. It's absolutely horrible. Don't go to the beaches because I like the empty beaches. I'd like to walk up and down and not bump, shoulders and step over dogs and people. And, I just, that's what I like. But yeah, I should be telling everybody to stay home. Rob's latest film. Yeah. You know what? He kind of pissed me off a little bit. I'm going to write him something, not literally, but I was really interested when he showed the thing with the birds, in the beginning that opened up there in his opening thing, but he never went back to say anything about that place. So I was really interested in birds because I've been wanting to get a bird. I had a Malaccan cockatoo for 12 years up in where they weren't supposed to live up in the high Sierras, but I had a nesting box for him and he, shavings in there so he could stay warm. Had to make sure his water was broken when it would freeze during the winter, but he lived, over like 12 years. And I'm interested in maybe getting another bird because that would be a good pet to have, or, what I would consider a good pet. But so I should write him and say, hey, can you do me a favor next time you go by that place, do a little video for me? He might do it. Let's see. Does your fish tank behind your home give a fellow? No, it doesn't smell at all. Yeah, once everything's going and everything's running right, and I don't get any mosquitoes or anything either because everything's moving. And where you get most of that stuff is when water's stagnated and stuff like that is when you're going to get any kind of odor or anything like that. No, it's going good. Heard someone today say 1 of 100 over 70 in the U.S., but it was one college professor ranting. It may not be true. Let me see. I heard someone today say 1 of 100 over 70 in the U.S. Okay. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I would be like a perfect candidate to get the original strain. Had the tube down my throat for 2 months in intensive care. Even though it's been 2 years, I still go to the doctor every 3 months. If I was to get it and die from it, I would say, yeah, I'm probably, I don't know, I'm not a, 40-year-old buffed out, healthy individual, but I don't think so. I mean, like I was perfect. My wife wants me to go and get the booster shot of the Pfizer, which I will oblige her and go do, I'm sure. But I said, I'm just as happy getting the Omicron. I'd rather have my body do its job, but she didn't like that, of course. Yeah, I did see that on Maggie's channel. I forget what she changed her name to another channel, but I did see that the other day that she had gotten it and was in there. She said, and I wrote her when I was on there because I'm a member of her channel that what's going on. I came in the middle of it. She said 14 days there. Then once she gets out of there, she's got to do another 14 days in her home. And I didn't go into any details, but I'm wondering if Leaf is going to get to come and see her or what the deal is. I don't know. I didn't get that far into it. Yeah, I think so, sister. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate all the new subscribers or new people, period. I believe so. I think they're going to downgrade it, and somebody correct me because I don't know, from a pandemic to a other demic or whatever, downgrade it to the flu. And I believe that, and I hope they do it quickly. I hope that this 3-day shutdown, I don't know what it entails. Of course, if you really are in Pattaya, and you probably know, but I would check into it, but it's just what I heard. 1 of 100 over 70 had died from it. Okay, I understand now. What is Andy saying? I've had all my jabs, can't do any more, so I'm coming. I'm looking forward to seeing you, Andy. I would come, Cockatoos are everywhere here in Sydney, buddy, everywhere, especially in the backs. Yeah, he screamed, but he screamed because he wanted attention. I don't know if you've ever seen Moluccans, but they're one of the biggest cockatoos, and they've got a peach-colored feather on their head. And I really liked him. He was good. He would sit on me, and he'd lift his wing, and I could scratch under it. And he was a good bird. But he'd scream. If you weren't giving him attention, he would scream his ass off. This is Brock saying. It's probably more accurate to say died with COVID as well. Yeah, exactly, Brock. Exactly. You going to work? I will take. Thank you. Making sure that I take my medicine. I have been window shopping for land in Surin. Not much listed online, just for fun. Plenty can be found in Udon, but not Surin. All these properties right next. There's 1, 2 down from me. It's smaller pieces of property, but if you're really serious about it, I could probably try to find somebody. My wife, she's all of her friends. She doesn't. All she does is put the word out, and then she'll say, "Oh, well, we can go look at this or go look at that." If I wanted the property, I don't have the money or anything to do it now. But like I know that, like we just talked to the guy next door, and he wants 700, but they're small lots. I don't know what you want. If it would have been me, I would have rather been on the outskirts of Surin, where I could have gotten a rye for 700, 800,000. And that would have been more what I wanted. I could have put in a tilapia pond, but we do have a rye in Ubon, and I'm going to build a off the grid type place there, and make a half a rye tilapia pond, and then build a little 2-bedroom, almost Thai style house, but completely enclosed with air conditioning. So it's going to have to be a big solar deal with a battery to be able to run the air conditioner when I want to. What am I missing? Did I miss anything, guys? Here's Brock. Brock's a sharp guy. Okay, I'm not even going to be able to pronounce that. Endemic is the word. Okay. Agreed, Brock. The same professor called the students. Yeah, they just need to do it. But like I said, man, it's if you're the top of the or the decision maker in the government, and you've got the call to say, okay, and then tomorrow 10,000 Thai people die, what's going to happen to that poor guy? I mean, it's a big deal. It's a big call, but I think it's warranted. I don't think they just need to be listing I don't know I didn't even see that they listed how many people had passed. I know they put up there that there was 6,300 new cases or something. But I didn't see it was before. It was like 14, 10, 12. I don't know if it's the same. If somebody knows, maybe pop it in the chat. And Kova says, "Okay, got to go." I'm behind in the chat. You're probably already gone. Take it easy, Kovas. David from Surin, how you doing? A lot of land here is sold. Yeah, exactly, David. That's what I have experienced also. All I got to do is mention something to my wife. All you got to do is mention that you want to get some kind of land, and a Thai woman will find every piece of land within, within a mile of you that's for sale. They love land. They like to have property and gold. I think is their biggest thing. And nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I think it's great. My wife had nothing, 2 rocks to rub together, and she bought this place for 200,000, this land, and still put the kids through private school in Bangkok, and her mother going back and forth every weekend, and bus tickets and everything. My wife ate rice and still managed to buy this land. So it's amazing. But yeah, I think from what I've seen, the Thai women want land and gold. When I come back later this year, my honey and myself will probably look around and see what deals. Yeah, I would. I think there's going to be a lot of deals. I don't know when you're going to, later this year, maybe in the middle, August or something. Yeah, there's going to be plenty to be had. Dipmedia. Sorry about that. Hey, Mark. I always wanted to get into myself. I must miss something. Our first block of land was bought from a guy who had refused to sell it for many years. He'd only told us he knew he wanted to build. Yeah, it is, and that's the truth too. There's a lot of people that August. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's good. You'll find plenty of what you want to do if you want to build. Hopefully, the steel prices come down, which I think they will here shortly. Once this cold flu season gets over with, and they open up everything, which they should already, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, you'll find there's plenty here. And if steel prices come down, you can get a decent price on a build too. And I did notice if I was to do it, well, I had the family. If I had more land, I would have built a single story house. I think you can get a better stretch on your dollar for the single story. There's a lot more stuff involved for the 2 stories. And if I had more land, I could have rambled out, still had the 4-bedroom, still had the square footage, still had everything, and probably paid less to do it. But it's nice. Like I said, the situation that I ran into with my wife and her being able to get a loan and that kind of stuff, it was ideal for us to do it. And now she's got something that'll, her kids or our kids will have forever. Let's see. Did I miss anything? If I missed it, guys, put it back in. And I'm surprised that we actually got it. I'd started earlier. I thought maybe we wouldn't get that many people, but I'm glad everybody is joining in. And see, Wikipedia says they probably buy the land this year and then plan to build. Yeah, and I think, like I said, I think that the prices of steel and building, of course, will come down. Alexi's question, Dave, have you ever met? No, I haven't actually, but I look forward to meeting everybody. So hopefully we'll meet up for something to eat or coffee or something. No, the land on the main road is worth almost double than the land in the small village is completely out. Yeah, and it all depends. Like I said, my wife didn't want me moving. I don't know how old you are, Dip Media, but I'm 65, and she wanted me to be closer to the hospital, closer to her work, because she has to go to work every day. So those 2 deals, mainly the hospital, because she always looks out for me first, but she didn't want to drive her scooter for 20 minutes or 30 minutes when she only has to drive under 10 to get to work. So that was the reason. And this one keeps going up too, because like I said, I can almost throw a rock and hit the new government center where they have immigration and everything now. So I don't have to drive an hour each way for immigration. I have to drive about 5 minutes and I'm there. So a lot of people are buying up property and building around me just because of that. They're working at the government center or something like that. Let's see what Jam has to say. Question: as an expat living in Thailand, what do you guys think about quarantine in the hotel? If it depends. You're gonna come here to live, I think, right, Jam? And you guys are gonna come. If you're gonna come, are you gonna come 2-week, 3-week vacation, or come for 2 or 3 months to put, to feel out, what it is? But I like I had suggested to Mitch and he did, is the sandbox. If that's open in Phuket, that's where I would go. Not a doubt in my mind. TW, let's see. Buy the land. Do the fill dirt right away? Is it gonna settle? Yeah, it takes about. Well, I built mine after a year, but and I haven't had any problems. But of course, he built this by putting pylons 20 feet down in under every column in this building. And the footings above that. So he did do the foundation right. But I had made it evident from the beginning. I said I don't want to see any settling, any cracking, anything. But that's what I'm hoping to do on Ubon. Is I'm going to dig that half a rye tilapia pond and take the dirt out of that and raise the land with that. He's got a question. Dave, when is your next bike ride planned with the guys? It's the middle of March, I believe. No date has been firmly set, but it's sometime in the beginning to middle of March. And I think it's going to be another 9 day deal. I'm going to try to ship my bike this time. My wife doesn't want me making 11-hour jaunts. We're going to Thailand in the job for good, to come to Move Jam, or just to visit. It's better than doing a queue. Yeah, I agree. Rock's got it. Let's see. Gotta love Thailand. I will be 52 this year. David from Surin, to be close to her family, and I would want to probably be in the village. Yeah, and I'm imagining your significant other is from Surin, obviously. 52 is perfect. I'm imagining you're retired. I don't know that for sure, but I don't know. I like Surin. I'm an ocean guy. I mean, if I had my druthers, I'd still be in Kamala, but then again, I'd be dead because I would have just died. I wouldn't have had my wife or my girlfriend at the time to be stubborn enough to say, you need to go to the hospital. So let's see what Chris says. Jam, you do what you want to do. A reasonable hotel is a small inconvenience. Yeah, I like I said, I would. Hungary is some. Oh, okay. I was wondering. Hey, Mark, is one of the Into the Birds of Prey? Okay. For all the one Falcons. Yeah, falcons interested me when I was younger, for hunting wise. When I thought about killing other creatures, which I don't do anymore. No killing. If I want to buy something, I'll go buy a steak at the store. I did hear pork prices are like outrageous now. They've tripled or something. So I heard that the government or something was putting some kind of a stop on export. I've all hearsay. People have sent me messages. So I don't know, but it's expensive. If you're respectful to the local, then village life is great. Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I would be at the beach. Do I like my life here in Surin? I love my life here in Surin because my wife's here and my family's here, my Thai family anyway. But if I had like I said, I still want to buy I got my eye on a condo in Rayong, and it's about maybe a 5-6 hour drive. So I could go there early on a Monday morning, be there by noon, and spend all Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and come home on Friday. And I don't miss out on my wife too much because we only see each other from 5 o'clock when she gets home until we go to bed at 9. And I don't see her all the time because she's talking to her mom or dad, the kids, so it's not like we have this, a lot of time during the week. So one week a month would be awesome. I could leave a scooter there. It's real close to Tom, Thailand Digital Nomad, although he's coming this way. But I think he's going to keep his condo. It's in the same complex. If you get a chance, watch Tom's video on his condo. It's the exact same thing. It's a studio, but it's perfect for just me. Even if we went with the kids, something we just sprawl out and put a nice big couch in there, the bed, and the view is outstanding and the price is right. I just got to get the money together. Money makes the world go round, doesn't it? Okay, let me see. Jim answered me. We are going for full-time vacation and retirement. Yeah, I would do the sandbox and go there and be able to, because Mitch went there, and after he did he knew 3 hours later he was able to get out, rent a scooter, and start going around Phuket. And he ended up staying 2 weeks after he could leave Phuket because he liked it so much. I like Phuket. There was plenty of stuff, a lot of stuff to see, a lot of nice beaches, a lot of good deals even before COVID. When I was in Kamala, I went on, in my early videos are just no talking, just the hotels. Some of them went 4 and 5 star hotels for nothing, pretty much nothing. So I would suggest that. What did Brock say? Go super fucking Mark, get a hold of a wedge-tailed eagle and get you for a slam. That's got to be a big bird. Andy, I'll still be there in March. I could be your backup car for the bike ride. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'd love to have a chase vehicle. That would be awesome. Going graze. I watched the video busting a gut talking about pork and chicken. Oh, really? Okay. So if somebody has that video, or maybe Brock, if you can find that, you can put it up, because it's a pretty major deal here. We eat a lot of pork, and I did notice my mother-in-law, who's chasing the almighty bot. She changed from giving me fried pork every once in a while in the morning to fried chicken, or cut it like pork, and it was good. It was still good, but so I know that when prices, they watch, especially Thai, the local Thai people. There's been a disease outbreak in the pork industry and the shortage of meat and grown pigs. Sale price, yeah, and I'm guessing that's probably why the government put the stop on export, because they were probably exporting to a bunch of countries that were experiencing that. I'm guessing. Jim, here's Jim. We will do Phuket Sandbags in March. Good way to. I think so too, Ron. I'm a firm believer. If you want to know anything like that, ask Mitch. Mitch went through it all. He can explain everything. How much land should looking for? I prefer a 1-story, but I want 3, preferably 4 bed. That's what I would do. I want to pull. I think a rye is plenty. You could probably get it on a half a rye. You could probably have everything you agree with, but I always would go bigger, and I would imagine here in Surin you could find a rye for $1 million baht, maybe less, and somebody can come up and say, no, Dave, you're full of crap, if you want, because I don't know that for sure. It's just when we were looking a year ago, we could have bought stuff for 800,000 for a rye on the outskirts of Surin. But I think that would be enough. And I always go for extra, because you could always build everything you want on a half rye. So eventually, if you wanted to split it off and make a mother-in-law's building next door and still have a wall and kind of feel separated, or build other stuff for the family, your in-laws, your wife's brother, sister, whatever you want to do. I'm into helping whatever. I got absolutely no room to build here. That's why I would like to get the one next door. The 2 of them would be nice, but we'll have to see. Let's see. What did I miss? I didn't miss anything, right? You also talked about renting or buying a condo near the beach for the weekend or family getaways. I'm not retired, but switching to a nomad lifestyle. So what? So that I can, good choice. Like I tell everybody, don't wait till tomorrow. If you can move here, do it today. So you're in a perfect position to do that if you can work, digitally or as a nomad. And It's because the price is right. I mean, I think I can get the condo and fix it up, refurbish the whole thing, redo the bathroom, get all the couch and completely furnish it and everything, and be right around $1 million baht, which I think. And if you saw the view, it's just phenomenal. So there's a bunch of good deals, and I'm not doing it because I can own a condo. I'm doing it because it's going to be in my wife's name anyway. Everything that happens here will go to them. Everything in the States will go to my family there. Jake looked up what a wedge-tail eagle was. Can it lift a small horse? Is that what it is? David from Cern, we're thinking about 2 Rai, so the neighbors are not right on top of us. Unless you're right in the middle of a village, most of the stuff you're not going to be right on top of anybody anyway. But I would, if you asked me that question, Dave, what would you get? I would get as much as I could afford. If I could afford 10 Rai, I'd buy 10 Rai, because you can always dump it later or do something with it if you have the money. If you don't, I think a Rai is more than enough for what, even to have fruit trees, a little small pond, a pool, a 4-bedroom house, everything I would think would be plenty good. TW says we got 2 Rai, so we didn't have neighbors that close. If that's the case, now the notification just came up for Idea Studios for Dana. He'll be at 9 o'clock if you guys want to go off before that. Him and his wife Jib are cool. They're fun to watch. We got 2 Rai, so we didn't have. Yeah, it makes sense. Where I'm at here, I've got neighbors, but they're way over there and across the street. Now, sooner or later, they're going to be right on top of me. But hopefully by then I'll be dead and gone. Hey, James, how you doing? Everybody's saying good morning. And yes, and I think it's been an hour, so it's only going to be, Dave, you're becoming a housing developer. Yeah, no kidding. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and put up the link for the last half hour. Anybody that wants to come on and God, I don't know what I did on this chat thing. Oh, there it goes. It went away. Okay, so in case somebody wants to come on. Well, a lot of time, money to get into falconry on training. Yeah, I would imagine eagles you need to work with. And what you do with these birds, Mark? Are they actually like what I've seen in the past with falcons? Are they hunting birds? Is that what they are? Yes, I understand. We talked about actually putting in the kids' names and form. Yeah, you could do that. I would definitely suggest anybody to anybody to
morning all.
Definitely.
I've got the invisible shirt again.
Definitely get with an attorney so you can put all the stuff together and make sure it makes sense for everybody. And Joe says Koh Samui. I don't blame you, Joe. I'd be on an island too. I think I'd probably be on Koh Chang. I like that, but they're all nice. I mean, they're beautiful. Just to be near the water is my biggest thing. I just like the ocean. It's just me. Let's see. Something for you, Brock. What is this one? It was his last video, Lost in Chiang Mai. He mentions how they're cooking with chicken instead of pork, and that's what my mother-in-law's doing. Because all of a sudden my fried pork became chicken. Not to, and I could tell her, hey, just buy it. It's not a big deal. But no, expensive. I think that's the most well-known word in Thailand besides "Are you hungry?" or "Are you full?" Expensive has got to be on the type of the English word most known by Thai women, at least in Thailand. Let's see what Mark says. Well, you can hunt with them if you train them or use them for other things like education. Okay, I see. Crocodile meat selling for 70 baht per kilo in Thailand. Really? So I should start eating crocodile? Is that what you're saying, Jake?
It's getting more popular.
Is it? Never had it. I've never tried it. Have you tried it?
I haven't. I've wanted to, but the wife keeps cleverly steering me away from it.
Why? She doesn't like it, or?
Yeah, she says you don't want to eat it, but yes, I do.
Uh, I've had rattlesnake before, and it was good. It was decent.
Yeah, I've had snake. Not
Yeah,
rattlesnake.
snakes.
We don't have them.
Let's see.
Yeah, the wedge-tail eagle can't carry a horse, Dave, but it can carry
No,
away a small child.
wow. I got to
So
look
it'd
at
be,
that. I know Jake said he looked it up on the internet. Yeah, Jake says it's fun. I've heard it's good. A lot of people cook with it. I probably should find out uh, about it too. I mean, I'd be willing to try it. That's no doubt. Let's see. What did I miss? Did I miss anything, guys? I don't think so. I think I got everything. So anyway, that's the basic. Oh, Al's here. Hold on, I'll let Al in. There you go. Good morning, Al, or good afternoon, or good evening.
Hey, it's evening here.
Okay.
yeah, Al. Yeah,
So
here's a nice fact for you on the wedge-tail. Its wingspan is 9 foot 4
Oh,
inches on
Bluetooth.
average.
wow, 9 foot.
Yep.
Well, that's a big bird.
It's a big bird. He's
Yeah,
about
that's a big one.
it's about 4 kilos in weight, I think.
Wow. And let's see, Dip Media says, "Oh, for sure, we're planning to consult with attorney and do all the right way." Yeah, definitely. Just so you have everything. Like me, I'm not. It depends on your situation. Me, I just God, I gotta cut this. I keep looking at it. It keeps getting longer and longer. It's not even in the screen anymore as I move over. Anyway, just to keep everything above board. Like I said, a lot of people, they want everything in their name. They have different, what they're going to do differently, how they're going to disperse their money when they're gone, that kind of stuff. My basic gist is everything that I'm getting here stays here. Everything I have in the States stays there. And that seems to be, it'll work out perfectly. The only thing I want to do is I would like to get this house paid off before I check out. And that way my wife's got nothing. Although they do have, we lost Al. I don't know where Al went. We do have, yeah, he might have had a problem with the internet. I don't know. That was my particular instance. I'd like to have that. She's set, like I had said before. She's my wife now. The one retirement that I have that I really haven't collected yet. I'm supposed to on the 1st of January. I didn't. I've got to get that finished up. I take a reduced rate on that particular pension, and it is transferable to her when I pass. So depending on what age she is and when I pass and the percentage that I take now, which I don't need it, so I can take a lower percentage, then she'll get almost 3 times what she's making working for the rest of her life. So it works out perfect. It's great. Some people use falcons at airports to keep other birds away and crash planes. Yeah, they do that, and owls too. And where I'm from, they put barn owls up to keep the pigeons and stuff away. Fake ones, not real ones. According to the Daily News, a crocodile farm in Sriracha is encouraging consumers to eat crocodile meat instead of pork and chicken as prices for lunch. I'm willing to try it. I got no problem with it. In fact, now that I have my own kitchen, I can cook because I know that a bunch of Cajun stuff they made crocodile chili, and a lot of people eat crocodile, and they say it's good. And I think Jake said he's eaten it, and he says it's good. I missed this one. David says has gone from 170 a kilo to 290 a kilo. Wow. Yeah, my wife had informed me that it was going through the roof because I like the pork. I mean, if I got to pay 290, I'll pay 290. But it's different to Thai people when they go. Like I said, their favorite word is expensive. So with that same,
gone up to 30 baht a kilo as well.
What has?
Sometimes a bit papaya.
Oh, has it? Yeah.
So sometimes going through the roof.
Wow. There, Al's back. According to the Daily News, a crocodile farm. Okay, we got that one. And my internet crapped out. Okay, we got it now. Well, we're only going to be on for another 20 minutes or so. I want to be off before Dana goes live. I can go say hello to him before I go out and look at all the stuff in the truck to see what I want to keep and what I want my father-in-law to get rid of.
No, Andy. Thailand raises most of its pork. There's pork farms everywhere. Boy, do they stink.
Yeah, I think what the deal is that the government. This is all hearsay on what I've been told by people sending me emails and stuff like that about pork prices. Is that the government has shut down export of pork. So
Import.
thinking that that's going to drop the price because they were talking about raising chicken prices too. So we will see. I don't know if any of that's true. Check on what it is, but from what I understand, the government cut out export of pork. Let's see. We
There's
sell our
been
live pigs for 87 baht a kilo, so someone's making good money. Yeah, I guess so, huh, David?
there's been some disease that's come in from foreign pork that's got into the pigs, so some have had to be destroyed.
In other countries or in Thailand?
It get imported pork to Thailand, and it's got from the imported pork into the local pork.
Oh,
So
that
they've had to
sucks.
destroy a lot of local stock.
Oh, hey, if Jam's asking, where are we going next? What channel? Dana who? Can you post ID Studios link?
Yeah, let's see if I can find him.
Yeah, if you can find it, post it. It's I think you'd enjoy it, Jam. Good guy, and his wife is great. It's fun to watch. They're just kind of like a talk about everything type thing, coffee, whatever but they make a lot of. She does knitting and they do a lot like making clothing of some sort, bags. I never really got it down. I just like to interact with them and talk to them. But they do have a business type thing where they make stuff. Good guy, really good guy. I know that'll be good for Chris because I know Chris. Oh, there you go. Chris posted their deal. Oh, you posted Jams. Okay, we'll post. Is this Dana's? Must be, or is that Jam? Anyway,
Dana.
you'll get it, Jam. You'll have a good time. They're good people, good honest people. Fresh talk. Fresh crocodile, slaughter it yourself in your new kitchen. Yeah, my wife would love that, I bet. Thailand sends pork to Cambodia. Yeah, I guess they're not now. And I find it weird that they were even importing pork. I find that amazes me. I thought they raised enough here where they wouldn't have to import any pork anyway. But I guess I'm wrong. Oh, trying to get comfortable here. My foot's going numb. Dana and Jeb. Okay, there it is. Gator got it. Cool. Thank you. And he's coming on at 9:00 right after. I'll end this in 15 minutes. And what's Mark saying? I hear that the only thing an expats are able to own are condo rights. That way they cannot own the land. No, you're right. Check into it and talk to an attorney, but it's something to the effect that if it's that you can actually own the condo, you're not going to own the land ever in Thailand, as far as I know. Again, check with an attorney. But the condo you can actually own as a foreigner. You can own that condo in your name. So, but like I said, check with.
You can own a house too, but you can't own the land. So the owner could actually sell the land out from underneath your house.
Right. Because I know that in Joe's video, the JJ, the man that built his house, he's got a deal where he's working with people saying, you can own the deal. I'll give you a 99-year lease. And then it's also transferable to your daughters, your uncles, your aunts in your family so that you don't lose it. And he seems like a pretty stand-up guy, but like I said, I would always check with an attorney and do it. But I think if I was going to do something like that, I would definitely check out the Chua Currycon, and I would definitely talk to JJ. What's that?
Jake's hiding in the back in the green room.
Who is? Oh, hey, okay. Hey, Jake. Sorry, I didn't hear you come in. I heard Al. I heard Brock. But I didn't hear you. I never look at the private chat. I got to start looking at that. Let's see. What did
So
I
we're
miss?
all going to start eating crocodile meat. That's what I heard.
I've got no problem with eating crocodile meat. Hold on, I'm gonna
Yep.
re-situate myself.
Yep. I had a little something I want to talk about here for a second. This bottle up above my head, if I'm hitting it right. No, not there. Right here, this one, since I can't really look at it. That bottle of
Okay.
Crown Royal is over 20 years old.
Okay.
Well, that would never last
Yep.
in my house.
Yeah. No, I bought it for somebody who was supposed to come over for a New Year's party, and they never showed. And I don't like Crown Royal, so I've hung on to it basically, and now it's like 20 years old. Yeah, I know.
No.
That's part
James
of
will
this.
take
If he ever or CJ from same from different.
Yeah.
He's touring around in the state, and he threatened he might come up to Canada at some point or another. If he does, maybe I'll pass it off to him.
Okay. Yep. Let's see. Hi, Traveler 4444. I'm late, but you're here. Better late than never. David says you can own a condo as long as 51% of the ownership is to Thai, 49 to Westerner. You're talking about the 51% of the condos. So there's some. I would definitely check with an attorney. There's some kind of a thing where the condos have to be. I'm guessing that what you're saying, David, is that 51% of the condos need to be owned by or
That's what I've heard.
49%.
If there's 100 condos in the building, 51 of them need to be owned by Thais, is what I've
Thai,
heard.
and then 49% can be owned by foreigners, I'm guessing, to Westerners. Okay, that makes sense. But like I said, I would always check into it. Now, how can they do that? Let's say that that I bought the last condo and there was exactly 51% Thai and 49%, and one of the Thai gentlemen sells his condo to a foreigner. Now it's not 51% owned by Thai. Do I lose my condo? You understand what I'm saying? Am I making sense, or am I jabbering?
Maybe they won't let them sell to a foreigner, though.
Maybe, I don't know. I would definitely
It'll
check
push
with an
it over.
attorney if you're going to do that for that
they'd
reason.
lease it.
What's that?
They'd lease it. So you can
Yeah,
take a long
yeah,
lease on it.
yeah. I would definitely check if that's was your driving reason to buy it. Me, I'm giving it to my wife, so what do I care? It's going to be in her name. Here you go. You know, have a party. But you know, if you're in a position that that's what you want to own this, that would make sure. I would ask that question. Hey, if we're just right on the brink, you know, it's not 75% owned by Thai and I'm the minority, then I've got probably no problem. But what happens if we're right on the cusp and a Thai person sells to a foreigner? Am I screwed? That would be my first question.
You'd probably
let's see what-
find 51% of the property was still owned by
Is that what it
Thai.
is? The property? Yeah, maybe. I would definitely check with an attorney. If you are married, your wife wants to buy some land. Are you able to at least get your name? Yeah, mine's in the book. Now, I don't know if that's the same thing as a deed.
That's the residence book.
Yeah, I'm on the book, but I think it just goes to her family. Like I said, I think it just goes to the kids, basically, or her mom and dad. I don't know how she has it written up, but she does have it written up, and we did take, or she did, the insurance that if she does, God forbid, because I already threatened her last night, you better not die before me or I'll kill you. So I did make that threat,
Yeah, that makes
threatened
sense.
her. But I believe it gets paid off. She has that insurance policy or whatever it is with the loan that if she does pass, the house gets paid off. And I think it goes to her mom. It might go to the kids. But I got no problem with that either. They'll probably kick me to the curb. They love me. Let's see. This is a new one. Hi, are you? How am I going to butcher this? I'm horrible. How do I pronounce that, Brock? Eben? Sorry if I butchered that. Welcome to the channel. We are stuck. What are you saying, Brock? What do you
That'd
think?
be a Euban, I think.
Euban?
Euban
We're
Peta.
stuck in China. We're stuck in China is closed to international travel. Yeah, that sucks. I would hate to be stuck in China. I'm not going near China again. I won't fly China Air. I won't do anything. I'm not leaving Thailand until I'm absolutely positive that I can get back. Jake's saying condominium built with 100 equal units, each having the same floor area, not more than 49 of the units can be foreign. Okay, so not more than that can be. So if a Thai person owns a condo and it's going to be throw off the percentage, he can't sell it. All right, he can't sell it, or he can sell it to another Thai person. Is what I'm gathering. There must be some kind of glitch in there somehow to take care of that. So if a Westerner and a Thai spouse build a house and they get divorced, does the Thai spouse get everything? I would definitely, if I was concerned about that, I would definitely get with an attorney and see what the deal was to protect yourself in that instance. Definitely get with an attorney.
I've from watching Foreigner Joe and Thai Girl Gifts channel, Joe has it set up that if for some incredibly bizarre reason him and Gift do split up, Gift can't kick him out of the house before he dies. So he's protected himself that way. If once he dies, Gift gets everything regardless. But if something goes pear-shaped on him, Gift can't kick him out.
Yeah, he's got what's called a usufruct. It's basically a lifetime possession.
Yeah, I would. If you're concerned with that, I would definitely talk to an attorney, because a lot of stuff that you think that you have. I mean, a good attorney too, because I've been told by attorneys that somebody could do something and they can't do this, and it's been absolutely bullshit. So I would definitely check with more than one source, maybe 2 or 3 different attorneys, pay the $100 whatever consultation, talk to 3 of them and see what your options are, and then make an informed decision. Me, I don't care. When I'm dead, I'm dead. If she wants to kick me to the curb, kick me to the curb. Then shame on me, because boy, I got duped big time. I deserve it. Yeah, it all depends, and it would be a concerning factor, I guess. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I trusted my wife wholly. Not a doubt in my mind that this woman would never, ever, ever do anything to me at all. If one thing, she would leave and say, I had a thought, so I'm going to go kill myself. I don't know. It's just a feeling I got. There's no way. I can see it in her eyes. I can feel it. Where is the otter? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Tommy J's raised a really good point, Dave. Now that you've got the house out of the way, get your passport.
No shit. I still haven't. And I can't do it now because I need that to go and get my I don't think I'll get it back in time before I have to renew my my retirement visa. So now I've procrastinated myself into a frickin' corner. Let's see, where's the otter?
And that's another headache for you coming up, Dave.
No headache for me.
No, well, once you renew your passport, you get a different passport number. So you have to redo all your other registration stuff to match that new passport number.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that tough, though, I don't think. I hope not. Let's see. I think that Grays is thinking about Chris. Chris had the otter, right? It wasn't you, was it, Brock? Chris had the otter in the background, I think. I think it was Chris. Or was it you? Did you have the otter? Brock, you there? Or did you silence yourself? How did you mute yourself? Yeah, you muted yourself. You muted yourself. Muted. Yeah. I tried to unmute you and it says you cannot unmute him.
Oh yeah, sorry, the dog was barking.
Was it you that had the otter or was it Chris?
No, that's Chris.
Yeah, okay, it was Chris. Going Grays. Let's see. If you are legally married in Thailand, separate, you are entitled to 50% of the property. It gets involved and trick you with it. Yeah, I think it's like a California thing. And again, I'm not an attorney, but I think it's a 50-50 type deal. Although I got screwed a little bit more out of my second wife or my third one? My second wife. So if you want California law, I can tell you a great attorney. He did 3 of my divorces or 2 of my divorces. So best in California. No, he's my otter. Chris is building that up. Let's see. Dip Media. Even though I'm eligible to get the retirement visa, I was thinking about getting the elite. Yeah, if you can afford the elite, and I know you probably came from James's channel, which I really appreciate. James is a stand-up dude, man. He gives me shout-outs all the time. He did it yesterday in a live stream. But I know he if you can afford it, I would, it's the way to go. It's easy. The only thing that I don't know about that I've got to check into is there was talk about them going from 800,000 to 1.2 million on the retirement, which means the marriage visa would be 600. It's usually half. And the only thing I'm worried about is I bring in about 100, 105, 110,000 baht, but it's all varied off of what the baht is against the dollar. So if my concern is I don't keep the money in the bank, I show them the 1-year bank statement of me bringing in over 67,000 baht each month for 12 months. So that needs to bump up if it goes to the 1.2 million to 100. So if the baht, I've gotten it as low as 98,000, and they will niche you on it. If you're 10 baht short of your 800 that year, they could screw with you, and they will. And I've heard of them doing it. So I need to check into it, but I haven't heard anybody say or anything that they did bump it up to 1.2. But I would, if you could afford it, I would suggest that's a no-brainer, easy. They do everything for you. You don't have to do anything. And James is a firm believer in paying somebody to do it, and I don't blame him. If I was in that position, I would do the same. I just renewed my passport, and it's still a number as my old passport, but they could have just changed. Wait a second. I just renewed my passport, and it was still the same number as my old passport, but they could have just changed all that. I don't know. I guess I'll find out if it comes back. I hope it's the same number. That would be nice.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Chuck or maybe even Joe that had that problem.
I'll have to look and find out.
Yeah.
I'll ask Chuck. I do subscribe to James' channel. Go ahead. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if either one of them were here, they would have been able to clarify. But I guess they ain't tuning in today.
I'll talk to him. Let's see, and ask him. I'll just ask him. I do subscribe to James' channel, but I found you via Chuck's video. Okay, cool, about the house wedding. I did watch the bike trip as well. Cool. Glad to have you here. Hope you're subscribed. I'm sure you probably are. And they say that I don't do that enough. I guess I should start. Please subscribe. I don't know. I just can't make myself do that. If you want to subscribe, I'd be more than happy to have more subscribers. I have been looking to retire in, what is that? How come I can't? Argentonia? What is that? Am I pronouncing it wrong? For their expats own their own land outright. What is that word? Help me out here, Jake or Brock. What is that? Is that Argentina or no? Is that what he's talking about? Argentina? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what your goal is, to own property, I would say if I was a single guy, I would have never bought anything here, being 65 years old. I would have rented a big high-rise overlooking the water, condo, and paid 30,000 baht or whatever I needed to pay, and just did that till I died. But the situation that I came into, it just made sense to build. It made perfect sense. Let's at this Alabama redneck CNN article: flights to the U.S. being canceled due to 5G interference with landing systems. Well, you're supposed to not have your phone on, so. And I see people doing that all the time. Why they can't turn their freaking phones off, I'll never know. You're right. With the 800K, I dropped below by 80 baht for 2 days, and they declined me. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, It all depends, man. And I don't know where do you live in Surin? How far are you from me? I'm right by the new government center, if you know where that is. I think that we had asked that before, and I think you're quite a ways from me. I think you were closer to the old government or the old immigration, if I'm not mistaken. Gave me a 3-month visa, so my bank balance was okay in 3 months. Yeah, you got to be on top of it. If I was smart, I would move over the amount and just keep it in a bank account and not ever have to worry about it again. But I'm not a smart person. Robert says, Dave, Jake, Brock, I got to run driving to California this morning. All right, Robert, drive safely. Yeah, Mark said he misspelled Argentina. Yeah, don't feel bad. I can't spell it all. If it wasn't for speaking into my phone, I'd be totally illiterate. We're saying, welcome back. Yeah, when's Robert coming? When are you coming? Do you know yet, Robert? Let me know. I still want to go to Vietnam, but I'm gathering that's probably not going to be for a while. First of all, I don't have a passport. Second of all, I don't think they're opening up their borders. And everybody's saying goodbye. Anyway, where are we at? We're at an hour and 31 minutes. Dana's coming live. I'm going to tell everybody in the chat, thanks for coming. It's been a great live stream as usual. Love to have all of you. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thanks for the people that are watching, and don't get them in the chat. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to try to say that at the end. And anybody on the panel want to say goodbye to everybody? He's in a village. Wait a second, real quick. I'm in a small village 20 minutes west of the city.
See you later, everybody.
Okay. Hey,
Mr. Simmer came in.
Y'all have a
Go
good
ahead.
one. Dana's on right now, as a matter of fact. So we'll.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there too. Hey, Miss, I just saw you. Thanks for coming in. I'll do one. What's today? Today is Wednesday, so Friday I'll do another one. And we'll go 2 hours or whatever. And my wife is going to see about Vietnam. Cool. Let us know. Jam, see you. Yeah, go check out Dana. I'll say hi to you there. Hope in Vietnam and Thailand. Cool. All right, guys. Everybody said goodbye, and I will say thank you for coming, and I will catch you on the next one.